Hey, what's good, barbecue family? It's your boy Joe Mill here, back with Killer Miller Q again in the Midwest Holiday Edition. Today we're gonna be trying another backyard experiment here on the OZ grill with my pops. I want to try this brisket fat side up. We're gonna see how it comes out. Let's get right to it. Cut that music. Here is today's contestant. We are in Toledo, Ohio, and we're gonna put together this brisket for the family. We'll be trying this baby for the first time, fat side up. We're gonna see how that thing works out. Nearly about 13 pounds. Pretty decent brisket. It's a choice, so nothing too crazy. But first things first, let's get it up out the package. We'll clean it up a little bit, knock off a little bit of this extra fat off the top, get rid of this deco, round it off a little bit, and then bring that fat on the other side down to about 1/4 inch. Look like we might got that mohawk on there that we'll cut off, but I'm gonna save you some of that time and I'll let you see what this finished product look like. Okay, out the package, don't look too bad. At the end of the day, I thought I had a split, but I don't. Too much, no gashes. Like I said, nice amount of fat here, and I don't actually have a mohawk. This was just kind of folded over and up, so some of that'll be gone, but we're gonna definitely get this down to about 1/4 inch. See some decent marbling. Try to get down to some clean pieces of the meat, but overall, this is a nice plump fat brisket, which is exactly what I need, because I got a lot of people that want some meat. Can't come home and not look out for everybody else. Hey, there's the top side. I'm not gonna go too crazy on it. At the end of the day, this is gonna end up being the bottom side. So I figure I can leave a little bit of that fat. Maybe it'll help me in the end, and I know all that stuff's gonna render out. Let me go ahead and flip this baby over. There we go. I'm not going too crazy on it. At the end of the day, most of that's gonna melt away, but we scaved it back a little bit. It actually didn't have as much fat on here on the back side as some of the other briskets, but we got it pretty much where we want it to be. Next thing's next. We'll get some seasoning going. Now that we got that general trim already done here on that brisket, I'm gonna be using my dad's Z grill, pellet grill, basic pellet grill right here. But I tell you what, I done got some good product off of here, so I'm not mad at all. He got it already cleaned up for me, so it made it nice and easy. And it's on this stand, so it sits up nice and high for me. Got a decent amount of pellets. I like this hopper. This is a big hopper. I'm gonna add a little bit more pellets. I'm using my General pellets, man. I love me some Costco. Their General brand. You got 40 pounds for 13 bucks. It's a great blend. You got oak, hickory, maple, and cherry in there. I personally been using these for years now and had no issues since they came out. So grab me a bag of that. We're gonna fill this baby up because it's gonna be a long cook. Other than that, let me get this thing turned on and get it started. Okay, so now that we got that grill coming up to temp, we back to this old brisket. Like I said, today's experiment is I want to go ahead and give it a shot fat side up. I want to see if it's a big difference, see if it's still as tender. Hopefully I don't end up with the bottom portion, my meat side ending up crunchy or anything like that. But I just want to see overall how it comes out. I'm going to keep everything pretty simple as far as our cook today. I'll be using this old Montreal steak seasoning, which you can always get by in a pinch. I'm on the road, so won't be using none of my traditional Killer Miller rubs that I already got pre-mixed. This one here, you know for a fact, you got nice thick granules in there, as you can see. Lots of pepper. Good garlic, everything else. This will give me a great bark, and it'll always taste great on the actual brisket. So that's what we'll be using today. I'm gonna start on the actual meat side since that's gonna be the bottom, and then we'll flip it back over and get this one taken care of. Okay, we got this side done. I must admit it almost feels blasphemous for me to actually flip this thing over right now. It's looking nice and pretty, but fat side is gonna be on top today, so we're gonna treat that one like gold. There is the final side. We're gonna let this hang out for a little bit, start coming up to room temp, and while we're getting this smoker up, we're gonna be cooking along at 250 today, uncovered, fat side up. I'll show you on the pit. Hey team, I want to jump in here real quick and let you know thanks for following along on today's cook. If you are new to the channel, go to the bottom right corner, make sure that you subscribe, check out any videos you missed, and if you haven't already, follow me on Facebook, IG, and TikTok. Alright, it's about a 39-degree night. We got this baby up in here, slid it away from the hottest spot, which is normally right over there in that corner. We're a little bit over that way with the flat end towards the smokestack. We're gonna let this thing hang out at 250. I won't bring you back no time soon, but I will get you back. Rolling right along. We're about 6 hours in. Now my dial, if you can see, says I'm at about 250, but judging by the actual number that I'm getting, we are fighting hard against these elements out here. It's cold, as you can see, and we're trying to still get it through. I can see my fat is starting to render, starting to turn a little bit more yellow. A little bit of pooling going on. Not too worried about that. I'm gonna hurry up and close this back up because, like I said, it is hard getting this temperature up. This is being out here in the Midwest. Reminds me of when you see people with that blanket on here or whatever, just to kind of keep this thing nice and cozy, to keep that heat in. So we're gonna try to keep this thing closed so we can get up to its temp. We still got a long way to go. I'll rotate that thing soon enough. All right, daytime. We've been holding about 235 out here in this cold weather. As you can see, I'm getting about a 40-degree difference off of what it usually is, off of what it should be rather. Hello. Slowly but surely we've been getting it together. I want to see what we got out here for a temp. Nice looking color. I'm sure it's nowhere close. 167. Okay. Been self-basing itself. We haven't touched too much of nothing. 172, 173 over there. Alright, not too bad. I think for today's purpose, I'm about to get this baby wrapped up so we can see how everything's holding up and we can get it kind of pushed through. I'm going with an actual pan today that we're going to put this baby in, and see if I can't save me a little bit of this moisture. Let me grab that and then we'll swap it out. Alright, I got my pan, man. The more I look at this, man, I'm liking the way this color is looking right now. Like I said, it's nice and basted. I'm making an executive decision. While I said it's super cold out here, it's barely holding temp, I'm about to be actually finishing this baby off in the oven. I done got over 9 hours of smoke, so all the smoke that I need is in here. Pretty much got my color. I'm just trying to get up the temp. Probably gonna be pulling this baby at about 205-ish, roughly, and then we'll go ahead and let it hold and sit and everything from there. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm going right inside this aluminum pan. We'll go with this meat side down, fat side up. I got a little bit of tallow that we'll baste it with, even though we're looking like we got a good amount of juice. But that way we got a little something for that bottom to sit on as well, and we should be good to go. This thing back in the house. Took that tallow pretty much and just some of that beef fat, melted it down here in the oven. So got rid of that already. I'm just going to go over the top with a little bit of that. Nothing crazy. And other than that, we're using aluminum foil. So we try to keep all this moisture in. And we'll finish this thing out. Probably got a good another 25, 30 degrees left to go. Got 275 on the dial. That's in there ready to go. I'll catch and check on it in maybe an hour or so. All right, we're 11 hours in. Quick little update. Taking a peek in here to check out these temps. Check it out. Check it out. Looking good. We cooking right along. My edges are starting to get close to that 200 mark, but more or less in the center, I'm still looking at about 190-ish. So I'm just going to rotate this thing in a full circle, keep it wrapped up, and then we'll check on it here in a little bit. 12 hours and 13 minutes in. Been in here a couple times to check. I'm just now hitting where I want it to be. 205, more or less, dead center. Feeling pretty good on my push through. I ain't too mad at that. Edges are a little bit higher. They feel a little bit more softer, which I like. But it's about that time to go ahead and let this rest. Good looking color. Smells great. We're gonna let it hang out for a quick second before we just kind of let it come on down. At least a couple hours, and we slice it. This thing open. We've been resting about 4 hours. I threw it in the oven, sat it in there while it was still warm. After it kind of broke the initial cook, still feels pretty decently warm. Still looks nice and juicy. Let's get into this thing and see what we got. Hey, we got this thing done. Just got it sliced open. It looked nice and juicy. I see me a nice looking smoke ring. I'm not gonna worry about squeezing all of that out, but I do got to get this cut up. Let me go ahead and keep on going through this. But so far, I like what I see. I got a nice little bit of jiggle. We all right. Here we go. This thing is glistening. I'm gonna pull one out. Kind of like the fat on top. It is something nice. This is super tender. It's already starting to fall apart on me, which I'm not mad at. Oh yeah. Everything is all cut up and it's going fast. One thing I will say really quick. I kind of like the fat side up. I can see what people do like about it. You get a nice little rendered piece of that fat on top. It is a good flavor. But we better pass this out. I'll come back and give you my final.
13 hours of work. We got that almost 13-pound brisket done. It was probably more or less closer to more 10 by the time I took all the trimmings and everything done. But hey, I'm going to tell you, that fat side up, I can understand why a lot of people like that. Definitely, you get that thing down to that nice 1/4 inch of fat and it starts to render all the way through, and that seasoning stays on top and creates, I don't want to really call it a bark, but at least a nice little mixture of that fat along with that seasoning. It starts to render out. It came out pretty good. That brisket was juicy. Everybody liked it, of course. I'm still going to check it out one more time. I can't say that I'm about to switch over from no longer babying my bark on top of the meat side up, but I am curious now. So we got another brisket to cook here in the next few days. I'm going to try another video. We're going to try it in a different grill. We're going to see how it come out. I'll see you then. Until then, shouts out to the family, all my boys over there at Black Smoke Barbecue, and everybody that tuned in on this video. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch y'all in a little bit. It's cold out here. Peace.